Hello and welcome back to the Doctor's Garage. So in this video today, I'm talking about probably my biggest frustration with buying new exterior parts for my Land Rover Defender. And that is, although new, they look brilliant, they go on really well, it all looks perfect. Within less than 12 months, the coating started to peel off, there's corrosion and surface rust started to build up, and really the part looks old within less than a year. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of those parts I've had fitted that have done that and unfortunately look quite tired now already, and a part that I fitted just over 12 months ago that still looks almost brand new. And that has led me on to the decision to go ahead and fit this brand new part that I've got lent up against my Defender today. So let's get into it in this video. So this is a really good example of that, and this is a wheel carry that I fitted honestly about 7 months ago, and you can see already that surface rust, you can see the paint peeling off where it's starting to flake, and then there as well where it's just starting to bubble and starting to kind of come away. And this is, I mean, this hasn't been in any salt water, it hasn't been in any mud, it's just been under this spare wheel and already looking quite tired. The next good example of that is my front bumper. So this is about 2 years old actually, and you can see I've coated with Hammerite so many times because I always get seeping rust through it. And I do actually put lanyard guard and protect this, but you can see on the inside it is really not in a good way at all. It's kind of crumbling, kind of peeling, and feels like it's on its way out. This piece just below that on the other hand, which was fitted just over a year ago, is the ORE steering guard. And this, honestly, you can see it is absolutely immaculate. And that is because they have this special coating system they use, this powder coating system. That means it will last 1,000 hours of salt spray. This is tested in their labs as well. And that's why I originally bought this part. I was very interested to see, would this last any longer than my other parts, such as my bumper that underneath you can see is absolutely horrific. Now when I've sort of had a better look under here. But even when you get scratches on it like this, where it's kind of been dinged and chipped, you don't get any spread. The coating does not come off. It just stays where it is. So out of everything that I've ever fitted to my Defender, this has been the piece that has just stood the test of time. And this is underneath the car. This is getting all the road spray and everything off it. And it still looks like I fitted it literally yesterday. Compared to that, this is a very welcome change in Defender parts. And that leads me on to my new part. And you might have guessed, this is another part from ORE. And after seeing how well that has lasted just on my Defender, I want more of that kind of stuff on my truck. And so the new bumper I have in here, I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm very, very excited to get that on because it's quite different to what I've got here. A few different tweaks to it, but also some of the design elements just make it a much slicker and a much nicer looking piece for my Defender. So my bumper at the moment is a straight bar. It has the end caps on it and it doesn't have any lights in it, no DRLs or anything like that. And I've always wanted to upgrade the lighting in my bumper so it runs alongside my halos. So I'm going to be doing that today, and I'm going to show you what I've got here in this ORE box. Just to take another look at underneath my bumper so you can really see how bad that corrosion is. It's a whole different ball game really. When you look at that and you compare it to the ORE, this bumper's fitted probably about a year older. And I mean, just look at the difference between the coating, between how it's lasted on my Defender. So I will show you exactly which bumper I've got from ORE, but let's just talk about what you can get. You can get a straight one with no lights in it. You can get one which is straight with lights in it. I do have some lights right here. These are daytime running lights that are made by Ring, that ORE supply. They also supply a fitting kit as well for your bumper, which I'll talk about and show you in this video. They also do a cranked bumper, which is the one with a few angles in it. And that is the same one that Scout the Defender has fitted on his black 110, which looks brilliant. That isn't the exact one I've gone for my Defender, so let's open the box and take a look. I have also just remembered, if you use the code TDG in the checkout on the ORE website, you will get some discount off anything you buy off ORE. So head over to their website and you can get a bumper just like mine. So in the packaging, you get this bag, which has everything from brand new stainless steel fixtures for your running lights. It has the backing plates for the lights to stop any mud or anything getting into the back of your bumper. And it has all the other bolts and this very special, uniquely designed fitting kit that ORE do for the bumper bolts. So this is the bumper I've gone for from ORE. It is the straight bumper. It has the daytime running light holes in it, and it also has drilled holes for bumper stop caps as well, which I may be putting on this bumper. But anyway, it looks so much better built, and there's a few key features on this that make it slightly different to your standard bumpers. So this has the same powder coating that I have on my steering guard, and it's why I'm so excited about getting this on my Defender, because it's going to last a whole lot longer than this one. Some of the features the ORE bumper has that are new and also unique to this bumper are things like, if you look at this one here, you've got the bumper, you've got the plate that's been welded in, and that gives a chance for corrosion to happen, and it also just doesn't look that great. On the ORE ones, you've now got this pressed steel here, which means you haven't got the wells in it, and actually it just looks so much nicer and so much cleaner. So what do you get in the kit for your daytime running lights from Ring that ORE provide with the kit? Well, obviously you get your new LED lights here, and you've also got the wiring too. So you've essentially got two sockets that go into the back of the lights, into these sockets. You've also got an automatic switching unit, and here it's really simple. You've got positive, negative, and you've got a lamp as well, which is designed to fit onto your side lights. So apart from that, you've also got the original Ring mounting bracket here. Now ORE provide a new one because we know that this won't have that ORE coating on it, and as a result will probably flake, corrode and all that kind of stuff whilst inside your bumper. So ORE actually provide a brand new one to fit onto these, so you know you're going to be corrosion free. So what we're going to do now is take off this old bumper, take a look at the wiring, kind of get it sorted out. I do have halo lights on my car at the moment. I'm not sure if that's going to change the wiring. Got to work that out as we go. If you are new to watching my channel here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe, give this video a like, and let me know what you think of it in the comments below. So this bumper, now we can take it off and see what horrible state of things we are dealing with. As you can see, it's not looking great. Just taking a good look at my steering guard from this angle, you can see absolutely brilliant, just a bit dirty compared to everything else around it, which is just bad, but nothing quite as bad as my old bumper. Like I say, about 2 years old this, and look at the state of this, how corroded it is underneath and inside. And like I say, I have lana guarded this, I spray it as ACF 50, try and look after it as much as I can, but it's in just such poor condition, kind of falling apart really in a lot of ways. And one of the things I'm very grateful for with this new RE kit is it gets rid of these stupid captive nuts, because I remember putting this on and these were an absolute nightmare to get on to match up with these bolts. So the new one has a little handle you can hold on to, which I'll show you when I do the fitting. So I'm going to use this opportunity now just to spray things down a little bit of lana guard, bit of ACF 50, try and look after stuff as much as I can. Whenever I take anything off, use it as a chance to kind of put some anti-rust stuff in anyway, before we fit the new bumper back on. So a few rusty bits, and I was just going to spray some anti-rust stuff on, but actually when I look, I can't deal with stuff like this. If you look down my chassis, you can see probably, if you get some light in there, it's full of mud. There's mud caked right into there. I'm going to have to jet wash all that out before I carry things on. This one is spraying here, you can see it coming out and the chassis in there. Now it is running clean, so I'm happy that this side is nice and clean. So if you can hear me over the noise of that, you can see now that is completely cleared out. Water's running clear through the chassis, so happy. This side hasn't been done yet, so let me just show you the difference. You can see mud in there. If I start spraying in here, so I've put that on a bit of a hill now with the backups, hoping it will all drain out and dry out a bit. Certainly looks a lot better. I've also been for a drive as well, just to try and brake and accelerate to get as much water flushed out the chassis as possible. We're going to be changing the brackets here with the stainless brackets that ORE provides, so getting each of those onto my Ring LED lights. So they are the two new stainless brackets now attached to my lights. This bracket now fits onto these little threaded bolts here that ORE have kindly put into the bumper for you. And you also then have a couple of pads just to put under between the light itself and the bumper, just to stop any vibrations. ORE then go ahead and give you a couple of bags. This is the ORE bumper DRL kit with the little nuts in and the washers and stuff that you'll need to be able to fit the lights into the bumper. So that's the light unit stuck down. I haven't put the little nuts in yet, but that's stuck down. And you can remember you can adjust the height of it using these two nuts here. So if you look, that is pretty good actually. I'm quite happy with that. But it probably needs a little bit of adjustment just to get the height right. But it doesn't really stick out. It's just perfectly flush almost. And this is a great bit of design from ORE, which are these little backing plates. These go over the back of the light unit, and that means when your wheels are spinning and kind of mud might be going into the back of the bumper, it's not going to get into your housing for the light, which makes a big difference. So they provide little bolts there which I'm going to use now to put that on. And then I'll go to the other side and then we're done in here. So that is all clean now. I have now covered it in Lanagard. You can probably see it all sitting in there. Lanagard is my favourite product for keeping rust off my Defender. I've used it quite a bit now, and it's lasting up really well. I've also put some grease on as well in some of these areas. So I've washed all that through, covered it in Lanagard. Lanagard's great, but it does make me feel quite sick when I'm using it, because the first time I did it, I laid under the car, sprayed it everywhere. It went all over my face, in my hair, all over everywhere. And then I found out later on that night that it's made out of sheep's wool, like oil or something, pretty sick. So now it smells a bit like, it's quite agricultural smelling, let's just say that. And if I just put a light on in there, right through the chassis now, it is completely clear and it's covered in Lanagard. So really pleased with that. Let me explain a bit more about the wiring that you need to do for this. So you've got the positive and the negative that go to the battery, which are just here. And then you've got this orange lead that goes to the side light, which is that one just there. So in order to do that, you've got to put this little box within the bumper. Those two cables go to the lighting itself. And what this lamp line allows you to do is when you're driving with the ignition on, your daytime running lights are on in the bumper, but as soon as you switch your lights on, the DRLs go off, which is the UK legal requirement. So that's what that lamp lead does, that should be connected to the power, so into this one, of the side light. So we've spliced the wire into there for the side light, and that runs out here. Then run that along, got that connected up now. Now what we're going to do is plug in these bits, this is the light. So they're both plugged in. So now what we're going to do is put the ignition on, and hopefully it will work. Yeah, brilliant. So this is with the halos and the DRLs on together. What we're going to do now is if we turn the side lights on, these should cut off. That's the idea. It works. That clever little invention that ORE have come up with. So we're ready now to put the bumper on, and the bolts obviously go straight down there if you haven't changed the bumper before. It's a nightmare when these go in because of the captive nut on the other side that you can't get to. So ORE have designed these little plates that mean you can literally hold it from the outside, and it means you can line it up perfectly, really easily. So let's do that now and get the bumper on, and I'm excited to see what it all looks like when it comes together. See down where that plate is, and this just makes this job so much easier compared to what it's like before. If you ever changed the bumper with the old captive nuts, you'll know how difficult that is. The first one's in, and just securing that, get it finger tight. So that is my bumper fitted, and I am so pleased with how it looks. For me, there was always something missing with the front end of my Defender, and I think, you know what, this finally finishes it off for me. I love the daytime running lights, especially when they're matched with the halo. I was not sure about getting rid of the halo originally, but now when I see it all together, I think for me, it just works really, really well. Steering guard as well, I love how that kind of just comes up and just sits flush with the bumper. This coating looks amazing on this, even better in the sunlight like it is now. And the biggest question for me now is, where do I put my front number plate? Because originally that was stuck straight to the middle of it, but I kind of don't want to do that now. Do I go for like the sticker version up here? Do I kind of put it at the side, at the bottom? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But overall, absolutely love this thing. I think it really finishes off my Defender. And if you're looking at buying anything from ORE, you can get a discount code. The guys over there said use TDG in the checkout, in the coupon code section, and you'll get some discount off your order. So use that if you're interested in buying any of the ORE gear at all on their website.